Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's me again, Angelica, and today I'm so excited. I'm going to present a new palette from Ensley Cosmetic, one of my favorite brand, by the way, and probably, I'm not sure, maybe it's going to be one of my favorite nude palettes, and I'm going to tell you why at the end of my video. I'm definitely going to create several looks with this palette. I'm going to swatch it. I'm going to talk about each shade, what kind of shade it is. I'm talking about the special shades, and I'm going to compare what I mean by neutral palette for me and colorful palette for me. And if you don't know me, my name is Angelica. I'm also a dance instructor who loves to dance and teach, and my channel not just about makeup, colorful makeup with a nude touch, where I create a lot of and do a lot of review of palettes, and not just the palettes, all makeup products. Also, I do in my channel is a hairstyle, and I'm so glad and blessed to do it with my daughter. She's 13 years old. We've been creating a lot of hairstyles with her. You can definitely find a lot of tutorials, which is longer tutorials, 15-20 minutes, where we show step by step how we create each look. Or if you don't have time, you can definitely go and watch shorts. But my advice, check it out a tutorial, because what you see in the shirt sometimes or most of the times doesn't work in a real life. In other things what I do in my channel, it's traveling, and this is my latest video. I travel in Aruba with my family, 2 weeks spending over there, and we stay in the villa. My parents stayed in the new boutique condo. If you curious about Aruba, or you want to travel, or you don't know anything about this island, please check it out this video. And another thing what I do is a skincare, and I am so passionate about skincare, especially Korean skincare. This is my latest video. Please check it out, everything over there. And by the way, my evidence is my skin. It wasn't always like this. Now I have probably best condition of my skin right now. And if you think I never have acne, yes, I never had acne when I was younger, but when I get closer to 40, I start to have a severe acne over here on my neck and on my jawline. It took me a while to get where I am. It's a kind of a long journey, but everything is possible. And I think one of the major things what has helped me is Korean skincare. So if I actually have a picture, it's going to be evidence what my skin look like before. And another thing what I do, it's rating restaurants here in Toronto or wherever I travel, where you see in my traveling videos. And that's it what I do in my channel. So if by any chance you don't like makeup, I'm sure you can find something interesting in my channel. If that's me, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. And let's start to swatch the palette and create looks. So excited. So let's start it. Okay, I'm going to sit on the side because I'm going to display a lot of things on the other side. My looks, how I create these two looks, as you see on my eyes right now. And I'm going to first show you how I received this palette. So it was well packed, and if you never try Ensley Cosmetic, they actually changed the logo, and at the beginning I didn't even realize that they changed logo. By the way, they sent the sticker. This is how the logo look right now. So they create a new logo, and I was really pleased how they packed. They packed very well, but I was pleased and shocked at the same time when I opened this palette and I see the white things on the palette, and I'm like, this is not the palette I ordered. What is this all white thing? So it was a white plastic on top of each special shade, which actually prevent for damaging. And I appreciate this small but very, very useful protection what they did with a special shade. So I showing it right now how I opened them, and it was like I open a present. Every time I open, it's like, wow, you know, it's so excited to see the special shade. This is a cool neutral palette. It's a Wolf Moon palette, by the way. If I even mentioned about the name of the palette in my video, I don't think so. So it's a wolf palette. There was two actually different palettes in this collection, and for some reason I choose this one, less colorful. That surprised me. Normally I go for more colorful. And beautiful, beautiful palette. I love the artwork. I think it's such a gorgeous palette. It really represent the wolf palette. And inside we see different shades, and a lot of shades. It's very kind of neutral, really wearable for every day. And I know a lot of you like this kind of color story. It's not my favorite, but I want to embrace neutral colors, and this is really helps me a lot because we have a lot of special shades here with 6 special shades, and each shades are describing different. They have duochrome, multichrome, and holochrome, and that's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm all about it. Okay, let's talk about special shades, what they are. And the first shade is going to be Alpha Moon. This is the Alpha Moon. So Alpha Moon is a bright silver holochrome shimmer, icy and reflective, and that is absolutely right. So this is how it's look on the finger. So look at this beautiful shade. So it's reflected green, a very strong green reflection, by the way. It's also reflected gold, and it says like a holochromic effect. That's correct, because I see a lot of particles inside, but it's very, very smooth. It's like a battery, more like even a wet look. And I really, really enjoy this color. And I see also pinkish undertone, purplish undertone, like all kind of tone. But the very strong reflection, I would say it's a green, bright green, like a grassy one, and a little bit of purplish pinkish undertone. That's how I will describe this particular color. The shade is going to be Nightfall. And this is actually the darkest shades from the shimmer. So this is the one. It's a less transparent, I would say. And by the way, this, if I believe, it's a duochrome, sparkling multi-dimensional metallic blue duochrome, that's correct, with flecks of pink and gold sparkle that catch the light beautifully. Actually, I agree. Darker base, I see silver reflection, more a lot of sparkles, like a pinkish, bluish, purplish undertone, and I have this color over here, and really, that's true. It's the most visible special shades, I would say, from the all 6 shades they have. So this is a duochrome. Next shade is going to be Arctic Wolf. Is the lightest shade. It's set iridescent multichrome with a semi-shimmer base and stunning pink, peach, teal, and gold shifting. Okay, we're going to see if it's really what they describe, but this is the lightest shade over here. So we got darkest, and now we go for the lightest one. I agree with that, and this is how it's look like. So it is again, they're all soft. They don't really have, like, you know, rough texture. I would say this is the most one, but they're all really smooth. And yes, I see, like, the first one has more pinkish reflections, to be honest. This has also greenish reflection, but it's a bit lighter, as it said, like transparent, and it's like a wet. Have this all over, put this, and then emphasize with any of the darker shades, maybe even this, and mix it with this one. It will be also beautiful, just some idea. And yes, I love the shades a lot. Look how it's look like. So if I am really shifting my hand, you will see a different reflection, and you definitely see that this is more transparent and this is the lightest one. Majestic Moon is this one. This one is Majestic Moon, and let's see how they describe it. It's a unique beige pink with peach and blue sparkle, delivering a high impact wet look finish. So they are saying that this is wet look finish, but I see the other one is pretty wet look finish as well. So this is how it looks on the finger, and I'm going to swatch it. Greenish base. You see how it's like a little bit like a greenish one? I don't know if you're able to see it, but do you think it's the have more wet look? Probably. It is, has a very, very strong look, like a wet look, I would say. But the other one is also beautiful. I think that's why I have this color over here, and it's look pretty wet. Okay, I love it. It has a lot of reflection. It has actually purple reflection, I see, and I see a light, very light greenish undertone, also peachy undertone. Like, I see a lot of going on stuff there. This is Moonlight Pro, and I think this is also look wet, and it's also have a greenish undertone. And how they describe silvery tube duochrome with blue flags, warm peachy pink and purple shift, and a wet look sparkle finish. Yeah, they are wet. So these two are wet, and exactly I have it in this eye. I'm going to show you in a second. So this one is a bit stronger a base, less transparent than the previous one. That's what I feel. And I think I'm going to swatch it on top of my hand, above, and look at this. Really wet look, that's true. And it has a very strong pinky, purplish undertone. I don't know if I can catch the light, but in the camera you see also greenish base, like this guy. But I think this one, what's the difference between, honestly, they're pretty similar, but I think this too. Okay, so this I feel a little bit darker shift of green. This is a little bit, like you see, a little bit more beige undertone. This is more greenish undertone, but I feel this is a stronger color, so compared to that one. So if you can see in the hand, this is the one stronger and this is the lighter one, and I can tell that's how it is, to be honest. But they're both gorgeous right here on my eye. Okay, let's move on. I think we have one more, and this is the yummiest one. It's not the yummiest one, it's more like unusual one, and I think I definitely can use it a different shade. Like if I grab with a thin brush, and I will just start to grab like more pinkish undertone or more whiter undertone or more bluish undertone or turquoise, but they're all together. If you swirl, it's going to be gorgeous. So let's go. It's a Winter Owl. Gorgeous it is. It's a really reflected with blue and pink, but the main thing, it's like a silverish bluish color. Sparkling marble multichrome with purple, blue, pink, peach, and gold prismatic shift. Let's see what this prismatic shift is. I have no idea. So let's swatch it over here. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a really beautiful color, and my lights doesn't really give you the full beauty of this color. I see a very strong bluish, like a baby blue, a little bit with a tilt reflection, like this what I have on my eye right now color. And I see also pinkish purplish undertone. Like, it's gorgeous, and they all very, very smooth. That's what I like about it. Like, I can't complain about none of them. They're like a butter. It's very easy for me to apply on my eye. I use most of the time fingers, as you saw me, but even with a brush, it didn't give me, problems. So I really glad and happy with this all color. So let me just put the light on my hand, and you can see in a different kind of lightning. And I'm going to go wash my hands, and I'm going to swatch mattes very fast, just to show you the color story of this palette, so you can have an idea what this color story will look like. This is a matte swatches. I know they're not that excited like this shifting wet multichrome duochrome colors, but this is how it is. And these two colors are almost invisible in my hand, but when I apply on my eyes, they make sense, because I love when they put very light colors, so I can really blend it, or I make it lighter, or I can just blend it between colors. So I really appreciate that they put this color over here. It's like not white, it's almost white, but it has like a little bit grayish undertone, I would say. And then they have this color, which is also on my hand barely visible, the second one. But when you put it on your eyes, it's actually a good transition to blend it. And yes, that's the color story. I mean, for me, it's not as excited as normally I would prefer more colorful story, but when you apply together, I think it's pretty good. And I'm going to talk in a second my overview, and I'm going to compare in a second with another palette, which is my favorite one, colorful palette. Let's talk about what I think and what I create so far with this Moon palette. So let's talk about it. So let's do overview about this palette, and also in my overview I'm going to also do comparison with another palette which I call colorful palette. Let's talk first about our superstar today. It's a Wolf Moon palette. Amazing presentation. I really love that they did this extra protection which I talk about at the beginning of my video. Would say this is as nude as you can get for me, and I can enjoy this nudes because they have this different kind of special colors. And what I really like about it, that is not just all multichrome or holochrome, they're different. They are duochrome, multichrome, holochromes. So I really love about that. And also I have to tell you, they're all smooth. I didn't see any from these 6 colors, special colors, any of them texture or they behave badly. No, they are gorgeous, and I think it's perfect for people who love nudes and afraid of colors. I would say this is just the step 1, I would say, for them, because it has a really great twist in this palette. And if it's not this twist, I really wouldn't be attracted and wouldn't even be considering to have in my collection. And this twist, I'm talking about the special shades which are wet. 2 of them are very wet look, and they are transparent. You can put it on top of any colors, and they are just gorgeous. So you can definitely use it for every day, for your work, especially if you're a nude person. If you're like me, I would say it's a great to have in my collection. Am I going to looking forward to buy this kind of color story? No. I'm honest with you, no. But I would love to have this in my collection because I can use it during the cold season. I can incorporate with my colorful palettes, and I really love this format. I think this is the best format for any brands. Like, if you hear me, please create more these formats. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's enough to play with colors. And to be honest, if you have a big palette, there's a lot of times I feel like there is a repetition there. What's the point to have a bigger palette? Even it's not convenient to even to keep them or to travel with them. This format is perfect format. I really love it. And if I'm going to talk about opposite, it's going to be this, my favorite, absolutely favorite palette from Ensley Flourish Palette. And I'm going to show you what kind of look I create with this palette. This is totally me. Look at this color story. I mean, it's gorgeous. I took it for my vacation and I use it and abuse it, and it's feel me so excited, it's feel me so happy. It's screaming summer, it's screaming spring, but even in the winter, I really use this one. Honestly, I'm guilty, but I use it. And I always get compliments, to be honest. But let me just show you beside each other this palette so you will understand. This is like extreme to extreme. And I love to have extremes in my collection because this is what this makes different of my collection, right? So look at this. Totally different. Totally color, spring, summer, and totally like neutral, muted with a twist. Also great quality. So this is what I'm talking about. So if I'm going to travel this time, I'm going to take 2 of them because I can incorporate them together. I can really make it work together. I really love because they have these wet shades, to be honest, and I really love because they have like this a light color over here and here. Like, I can create a lot of great looks together. So this is how it's going to look. This is how the palette is going to look if you have like a bigger format, which I don't like it, but this is totally different, right? In this case, I wouldn't mind to have in my collection, but I'm going to looking forward for more like this color stories than this color stories. Am I clear? I think I'm clear. Let me tell you about the special shades on these two palettes. This palette has all battery beautiful shade. In this palette we have one shade which is not that battery. It have a texture, but if you use it with your finger it has no problem. Even if you use it with, I try to use it in my low lash, it's also, you can use it with this beautiful brush, which is absolutely fantastic for me, and it's a Refer 21, especially for this kind of shades. Almost forget to mention what I have in my lips. I have combination of two lip gloss, one from Fenty Beauty, it's called Move Waves, and another from Gwen Stefani, it's called Sweet Tooth. Amazing combination. Also I have a liner from Sephora, I'm going to put it right here, I think it's number 15 if I'm not wrong. And another things, you don't want to prep your skin and you want to use one preparation for your skin before makeup, I really suggest you this guy. And this is from On Gradient Skin Barrier Calming Lotion, Straightening Skin Barrier Calming, and it's from Korea. I really in love with this lotion, and just generally I love it. This guy is something. Your skin will be 100% prep. I really advise you to get one of those. You will not regret, I promise you that. But I'm looking forward to buy a more colorful palettes from the brand I love, and Ensley Ray included. And you know, me and colors, we're best friends, but I don't mind this one. That's what I can say about this palette. I hope you're going to tell me which is a look, which is creation is your favorite, and maybe your favorite creation from even this palette. Who knows, right? If you purchase this palette, let me know what you think about it. Are you in love with this palette? What do you think? I'm looking forward to hear from you what you think about palette. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And remember, my channel is not just about makeup, about other aspects, which make my channel, you know, a bit spicy. So I see you soon. Have a beautiful and wonderful day, depends where you are, and stay warm and positive. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.